I'm coughing a lot because you guys already know I'm getting over a cold. I don't think I've been able to think much the past couple days. And I'm sorry if at some points I jumble up my speech or if things don't make as much sense. I want to just say what I want to say and then, just move on because that's all I really want to do. I wanted to start off by saying that I'm fine. I'm okay. The other girls are as okay as we can be in this situation. If I'm gonna be honest, I genuinely think this is the closest we've been in a very long time. It really does suck that it took something like this for us to get to a point like this again, but I am really grateful knowing we've been able to find comfort in each other in a time like this. We've been messaging all day, every single day, and making sure we've been okay. The past couple weeks, I've been surrounded by so many of my real friends who have been by my side, and so many people that I know care about me and I care about them. Obviously, despite the way I've been feeling, I've still been checking up on you guys. And I've just felt really happy to see you guys being there for each other and for other communities too. And I also want to take an extra moment to just say thank you to Buff and Candy and Rose, Shia, Lily, Vienna, Tricky, Yuzu, Bao, and Nano for just calling and talking, for being together so we could ease our pain and discomfort. I didn't reply to Nano's tweet, but we are in a chat together, and she's been calling me a piss belt, so I guess we can say that we've become friends since all of this, which I'm happy about. Obviously, I wish it would have been under better circumstances, but I'm happy about it. Not about the nickname, though. I saw many people asking about me making a response to the apology and the situation after the initial post. And if I'm going to be honest, I feel like I said everything that I wanted to say. I made my reply under Bao's words, and I just didn't think I needed to say much more than what was already said. And I still don't. My feelings and what I said are the exact same. And I never wanted to say much more in fear of people bringing more attention to my own experience rather than to those who were hurt in that situation. Because, it's not really a secret or something that is hidden anymore, but I had my own personal situation that happened. And I just, as much as I hated that, I would rather us focus on all of the people that were truly hurt like this. And I guess the only thing that I would want to add to the feelings in my tweet is my heartbreak for everybody else who has been affected by this. And it's just a really shitty situation that hurts so many people. And I seriously still can't wrap my head around it. I'm just so sorry to Cotton, to Aru, to Giri and Gui, to Buff, to Silver. I got to find a new VTuber. Forgive me if I didn't pronounce the name wrong. I don't remember if it was Sprite but she's just really cool, and I think also deserves a lot of love and support too. I feel like so many people were asking about my well-being when I was wishing that they would spend the time giving support to the people who were directly hurt by this. But I do understand your worries. And I know that a lot of people saw me and her as close because of just, how expressive I am in showing my love for those I care about. But she was just as close with the other girls as she was with me. So I hope you guys understand that. I know it was many people's first thought was because of how loud I am about it, but it just, she was close to a lot of people, you know, a lot of people considered her a really good friend to them. I'm sorry that it took me this long to say much. I didn't really want to say much without calming down a little bit, because I know I would probably not be able to speak as clearly as I am right now. I just wanted to make sure my mental was okay, that my friends were okay, and also that I had the time to see what she had to say. I don't think that there was a lot she could have said to fix any of these relationships, but I think that we all really did hope that she wouldn't choose the worst path for herself, and she did, and it just really sucks. And it just reminds me of the conversation that we had from my own experience. There was something that happened between us a couple months ago. I don't want to make it worse, you know? I don't want to. But I know that it was brought up, and I want to add clarification, but if you guys are a Noomba, and you were going to a concert, you probably were able to fill in the blanks with what happened. I was not upset about the fact that she couldn't perform, because a lot of the things that come with performing take a lot of, courage to get out on stage, and it's not something that's for everyone, especially if you're a VTuber who's used to being behind the screen. My issue was never with that. My issue was the fact that I never knew how she was feeling. Anything that I was told was from Red. It was very, very close to the date, a week and a half before, when I got told about that. And I think the thing that sucks the most about it was because from her perspective, she was talking about how excited she was. And then it was that same day from him that he said they're not going to do it anymore. I have my music friend, Holmes, who spent, dozens of hours working on the set list for, me, Office Drummer, to perform. And we put a lot of time and effort into putting this together. And I asked every single month for months and wasn't told about it until it was at a point where we literally couldn't find a replacement. And even after that, I still didn't hear anything about how she actually felt. Bao, even though she wasn't doing good, immediately said she would fly to New York with me and do the concert with me. She didn't have to, but she did. And it's been said many times that she's my best friend, but she saw me in a state like that. And even though she was hurting, she put all of that aside just to be there for me. And when Cinder couldn't even tell me herself how she felt. And I feel so fucking mad thinking about how she did that for me and to save her for not being able to go. And to find out that she felt that way about my best friend, who has never given me any reason to not think of her as one of the best people I've ever met, Bao. I just wanted to hear how she felt. I would forgive it. I just wanted to know how she was feeling through all of this and not through somebody else. And I said that the number one thing that I didn't want to hear was if she talked to me, if she put business above her friends. And I would have literally accepted anything else, but the reason that she gave me was putting business above me, over her new position and how she felt obligated to do this, a stream that she said she had to do. I said, yeah, go for it. And I think at that point, that's when I kind of felt like my view started to crumble a little bit. I messaged Cinder and I expressed my disappointment, and she apologized and told me all of the reasons that she should have said instead of bringing up the business. And I forgave her, but I saw that she brought up a collab that she said she couldn't miss. And I didn't believe that, because if there's one person outside of Bao that I know would not put business over me. It's Lily. And I found out that I was lied to and that this was something that could have definitely been changed and didn't have to be on the day of a concert. I think after that, I felt like a lot of trust was broken and I would rather, I couldn't see her the same exact way after that. There's so many things that could have been said, but she didn't until I asked her what I wanted after I just asked for her own opinions and her own feelings. And I do sit here, I sat wondering that if I didn't say anything, would she have even said anything at all? I don't know. I said, I hope you don't turn into somebody that will always prioritize the business over the people who care about you. And I guess that's also why I was fucking shocked to see everything, but also it made sense. I'm sorry for bringing that up. I know it's just a personal thing that affected me, and it doesn't have to do with everything that was being said, but I just wanted to say that to provide clarity that there were other reasons that were given, but at that point, I feel like it was too late because why didn't you just say something before? I was in a state where I was trying to convince myself that it wasn't true and that with everything that maybe there was still genuine love between all of the friends. And I still want to believe that it could be true, but even though it makes me sound really naive, I can't help but feel that way and I can't help but feel bad. And it sucks that I feel bad after everything, but I can't help it. It just hurts. Everything hurts. I've never seen somebody that shined so bright ruin themselves and the beauty that they emitted like that. It just, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know a lot because it just doesn't fucking make sense. It just doesn't fucking make sense to me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to raise my voice. It hurts knowing that so many people looked up to us and our friendship and they just enjoyed seeing how happy we could be and felt happy and inspired because of what we had, thinking everything was real and feeling so betrayed after finding out it wasn't. And I just want you guys to know that I feel the exact same way as you guys feel. I thought it was real too. I think it was pretty obvious with how I spoke about it, but I really did blindly believe that. I mean, what reason did I have not to? Bao and I had talks when she would confide in me and wonder if these things that she was feeling about her were true. And I would do whatever I could to tell her that there's no way because we had no reason to believe otherwise. And it sucks that these things that she was so scared of had to be proven true. And I think everybody felt that there was just something off, but we obviously didn't know why. I hate that our feelings had to be proven right. I hate it so much. I hate it. I just hope I can do better to make sure she never has to feel that isolated her or Tricky. I hope Tricky doesn't ever have to feel isolated and alone, or Yuzu or Vienna or anybody. Seeing her cry like that yesterday sucked so fucking bad. And I just wish I could have done more because this shit always happens to like the best fucking people for no reason. And I just wish I could do more. And I'm really sorry to you guys, and the Pyro Pups or anybody that watched her. I don't want you to feel like anything you felt was invalid because there were good memories that were shared, and I even if they weren't, I want to believe that they were because I felt good in those moments, and I just don't want things like that to be soured. And I don't know if she's watching this, but if she is, I really hope that you can learn from this and that whatever you do, that you just do better for the people around you and don't forget about the people who love and care about you. You were just such a talented person and you just didn't have to do any of that. You really you didn't. Those insecurities that we have can make us feel like the world really is against us and that we're not worth it. We're not good, but you shouldn't. I don't know. I hope you don't let that fuel any poor decisions in the future. And to anybody who thinks that this is just here and generalizing a whole community, I think that's f***ing stupid. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know what they're talking about. There are really good people out there. I do believe that it's going to be fine. I don't know. I'm really just proud of my friends for standing up for what they believed in. And I'm just really proud of you guys too for staying so strong through all of this. I don't really know how else I expected to go about it, but I knew I needed to say something. And I hope we can all heal from this. I'm very much ready to play more Pokemon tomorrow. I love Shroomish, man. I love my friends. Me saying I love Shroomish before I love my friends. No, fuck my friends. I love Shroomish.